October is National Filipino American History Month, a month that's aimed at celebrating the heritage, culture, and history. Across South Carolina, the number of Filipinos living here has drastically increased over the years. News 19's Eleanor Tabone tells us more.
I straightly came here last March 2021, so I am just new.
Jean Shanglin Atos was supposed to go home to the Philippines after finishing her tenure as a nurse in Abu Dhabi. But then COVID-19 happened.
We have given a permanent residency.
A nurse now here in the Midlands, she's sharing her culture this month.
Even though we went away from our home country, it doesn't mean that we leave our country by heart.
National Filipino American History Month is about celebrating the history, heritage and culture of Filipino Americans.
Promote the heritage, the culture of the Filipino to an American culture.
First Vice President of the Filipino American Association of Greater Columbia says this month is about sharing the achievements of those in the Filipino community.
It will help us and motivate us that who we are to another perspective of life.
According to South Carolina Minority Affairs, in 2010 there were more than 56,000 Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders living in South Carolina. In 2019 that number jumped to nearly 90,000. In 2010 there were less than 9,500 Filipinos living across the state. In 2019 that number grew to more than 13,000.
We call it American Dream for Filipinos.
Daisy Mae Quintana moved to Colombia last year, saying her aunt, who's a nurse in America, was her inspiration.
We saw how her life was, but she also was the one who helped the family financially with studies. She sent us to school.
While her time here hasn't been easy.
For an immigrant, it is not easy, I tell you. I know how to speak English, but you know, here in Colombia or here in South Carolina, they have their own way of speaking.
This month, she's celebrating her heritage. Her advice to those wanting to embrace Filipino culture this month.
It would be always food. If you say Filipino, it's always like food. We want to introduce our food to you.
And Jean agrees.
Especially you need to taste our food.
In Colombia, Eleanor Tabone, News 19 WLTX.
And to find out how you can celebrate Filipino American Heritage History Month here in the Midlands, head to our website, WLTX.com, for more details.